Chapter 795. Yudhir had never considered the link between naming and responsibility. Chewing over Kana's words, Yudhir found himself drawn to the notion of naming. He suddenly remembered a man who had given him a name. ... He knew pondering over unsolvable matters was nothing but a waste of time. Nothing more, nothing less. Even if Kishir Lahore had felt something when he bestowed the name Yudhirian, what did it matter? Still, Yudhir couldn't help but ask, despite knowing better. Is it really common? Huh? The act of naming something, does it really evoke a sense of responsibility? Kana, who had been eagerly speculating, looked puzzled by his question. I always thought it was obvious, but now that Yudhir mentions it, I'm not so sure. It must be common, right? The sage and I think so it must be. Or is there something strange about it? Yudhir shook his head. No, it's just that I'm wondering if it's a common judgment. I have never had that experience. Really? I thought Yudhir lived in a very rural area. Haven't you ever raised livestock, cats or dogs, or even named inanimate objects? Kana bombarded him with questions, surprised. I have raised livestock other than dogs or cats for short periods, but never named them. And objects? Why would I name objects? At Yudhir's frown, Kana chuckled. No, you see, some people give nicknames to their cherished items. In our group, many name their weapons. They chose these names so carefully. Just like Nahan, Star of Paradise, you can tell a lot of thought went into it. Yudhir faintly understood. He knew of people who named their weapons, but he never paid much attention to it. Why not try naming a sword to see if it really does bring responsibility and affection? The sword and sheath you carry were both gifts, right? You treasure them. Yudhir glanced at his sword hanging at his waist. Both the sword and sheath were precious gifts from Kishir, rare and well maintained. But did it show that much to others? Yudhir fiddled with the sword handle, then shook his head. No, I don't think that's necessary, but I get your point. I was curious about what kind of names Yudhir would come up with. That's too bad. Yudhir couldn't understand why she felt disappointed. Anyway, the conclusion seems to be that it's common. If it was common to feel enough responsibility from naming something to influence behavior, then the man who named him Yudhirian might have felt the same. I guess he chose a good word. It turned out to be meaningful. Whether it was whimsical or not, I don't know. Yudhir had only recently learned that the name Yudhirian was a combination of ancient words, meaning both beginning and end, and in a way, eternity. The strange feeling he had when he first heard its grandiose meaning was unforgettable. Eternity. Yudhir wondered why the man had chosen such a word. Was there truly an intention behind it? Every mention of the past life is such a stab to the heart. I just feel so sad just thinking about past life Kishir and Yudhir. They probably loved each other. I'm like, there is no probably right now. They loved each other and Yudhir did not know about it, but he felt it. Kishir knew about it, but couldn't say anything about it. So he named him Yudhirian, his beginning and his end. That is so freaking poetic and sad. After their conversation about the act of naming, he became curious about this. In the midst of these thoughts, Kana suddenly spoke up as if she had been contemplating the same thing. If you think about it, the reason Nahan is so obsessed with the goal of leaving for a world only for the awakeners may be because of the name, the Star of Nagran. They say a name carries the wishes of the one who names. Yudhir's eyes flickered briefly, but the movement was so subtle that Kana didn't notice. For example, my mother named me Kana, hoping I would grow up strong and beautiful like the Kana flower. So Nahan, who named the Star of Nagran, might have wished more than anything to reach paradise. ... Oh, of course, now his goals and means have completely degenerated into madness. After her playful remark, Kana turned to her silent friend and was startled. Huh? Either, what's wrong? Either Ale, known for his unchanging expression, looked strangely distorted. The unfamiliar turmoil in his deep black eyes made Kana wonder if she had said something wrong. It's nothing. But the change disappeared as quickly as it had come. Either returned to his usual self and quietly gazed at Kana. Let's end this conversation here. It's gotten late. That's right. We are underground, so I lost track of time. Let's go up and rest. Had she seen something wrong, or had the conversation sparked a different thought in him? Though worried, Kana decided not to pry and react uncharacteristically unless either chose to speak about it. The two quietly left the underground. It seemed as if nothing had happened. But after parting with Kana, either's thoughts on the old name lingered for a long time, a fact known to no one. I have returned, Either murmured as he opened the door to the commander's temporary office. He still shared accommodations with Kishir, so this was his only place to return to. However, Kishir, whom he expected to find there, was not present. Only the prismatic flames of the magic stone stove burning fiercely indicated that Kishir had recently stepped out. Either sighed deeply and hung his coat on the rack beside the stove. He placed the translated version of Anon's writings and the book he had carried on the desk and sat down in his chair. That's when a soreness around his eyes began. It was a symptom he occasionally experienced when his body was extremely fatigued, ever since he gained the Eye of Magic power. It's been a busy day. Yet, when Kishir returned, he needed to report the day's events and address more tasks. It was too early to rest. I should look over Anon's translation now. Kishir reads faster than I do, so he will finish quickly, but not me. Reaching out for the translated document, Either found that his hand wasn't moving as swiftly or fluidly as usual. It was unusually sluggish, but not due to the fatigue. More precisely, it was a lack of motivation that seemed to be affecting his physical response despite knowing he needed to see it. Usually, if there was a task that needed to be done, no matter how tired he was, Either would immediately attend to it. Such reluctance was exceedingly rare for him. However, Either wasn't particularly surprised by this. During his previous life as a commander of the cavalry, he had occasionally experienced similar feelings. I bet those were the times he was thinking about Kishir or. And when is he gonna call Kishir and not commander? Back then, I would have turned to alcohol, but now that's not an option. He had realized that the sensation he had once thought was intoxication was actually similar to the effects of mild poisoning. Even if someone offered it to him now, he couldn't drink it. Either gazed at the blazing stove, then leaned his head back in the chair and closed his eyes. The crackling sound seemed to calm his nerves, which had been on edge all day. If he didn't feel like doing what needed to be done, and there was nothing else he could do, then shutting off his senses and resting like this was the best option. He intended to stay like that only until Kishir returned. ... But when his consciousness hazily reawakened, Either found himself surrounded by scenes from a day-long past, unexpectedly unfolding before his eyes. It's been a long while since this happened. I thought it was an illusion, but to think it's real is astonishing. The somber ash-grey Paleta castle, the extinguished stove, Kishir from that day. Either looked down at the sword in his grip, then clenched his teeth tightly. Here we go again.